I have just briefed the President on the situation, firstly in Republika Srpska and Bosnia and Herzegovina, regarding the issue of international interventionism, which has gone beyond all bounds and become largely declarative, notably the establishment of an unconstitutional court outside the Dayton Accords, which now presides over individuals who oppose foreign interests, as was the case with me. I have made him aware of all these details. His approach, along with Russia's, remains consistently high quality. Russia is a guarantor of the Dayton Accords and believes it is essential to uphold and respect its fundamental principles. Foreign interference in Bosnia and Herzegovina's affairs, especially after 30 years, is unwelcome. Only what the peoples of Bosnia and Herzegovina have agreed upon can serve as a foundation for their lives. Any foreign interference, no matter how significant, we discussed how Russia might become further involved. Of course, everyone is aware that Russia is currently acting in connection with a special military operation. However, Russia is clearly not isolated, contrary to what some have claimed until recently. Some European countries are now seeking to establish contacts with Russia, but the most significant developments are happening within the framework of bilateral relations between the United States and Russia. I simply urge President Putin not to miss the opportunity at the level I mentioned to you, to lay the foundations for peace and agreements on a global scale, so that we are not left at the mercy of petty bureaucrats from Brussels. Vladimir Putin enjoys the strongest support in Republika Srpska, and I believe the same applies in some other Balkan countries as well. Recently, we had a discussion with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and I can confirm that the agreements we reached are being implemented. The minister also spoke at the United Nations General Assembly about the evolving situation in the Balkans, reaffirming the values that the task force advocates. President Putin has assured us that he will continue to uphold these positions and that, through the Security Council, he will remain a principled partner, particularly with regard to the Dayton Agreement and those who adhere to it. This, what Schmidt did, must be undone, and negotiations with local partners should continue. We are prepared for these talks, but if they are not ready or unwilling, that is their concern. In any case, I believe we should listen today at the plenary and other meetings here to genuinely insightful people who have pointed out that what is happening across Europe, particularly within the EU, shows that the rapid trajectory we've been on is continuing. In the foreseeable future, Europe risks losing its way. Europe has become accustomed to being under America's influence. However, America has retreated and now has other priorities, which is entirely understandable. The new administration isn't hiding that fact. I believe that when President Trump returns to lead America, he will ultimately help Europe break free from this dependence and do what it can independently. I also think that the two leaders, President Putin and President Trump,